lives. This is called the first date. A man who goes to doorsteps, writing poems, and always looks like he's just smoked a spliff. Pressed the buzzer of a couple's home who lived 11 years of perfect bliss. A man called Carl answered. "Leave us alone, I don't want to buy anything," he hissed. But when he offered poetry, Carl said, "Great, write my last one about our first date." It seemed a pretty reasonable start, a way to show your true love that you care. "So, what's this lady called who holds your heart?" the poet asked. Carl answered, "She's called Claire." "And tell us, Carl, where did you both depart on your first date, and what was it like there?" "Well, that one's clear as yesterday," Carl said. "The place we went on our first date was Greg's." "A Greg's?" "Yep, Greg's," Carl answered the same way. That's seriously what you want to put? Was it one of them Greg's Moments cafes? Carl shook his head. "Okay. Is that any good?" Carl nodded and told him about the way the butterflies did backflips in his gut and how the perfect gentleman and date, he'd walk Claire to her door with a steak bake. It seemed a strange place for true love to grow and not a topic fit for Elton John, but then what did this humble poet know? I mean, they've been together for so long, so the wordsmith said that he would go, and in a few weeks he'd be back alone, so off he went to spend a lot of time thinking of some way to make this rhyme. But that night, in a happy couple's house, as they watched the telly on the road, sitting up, Carl told Claire all about the poet who had visited the home, and how he'd made a promise he'd write out the first day of the Greg's into a poem. But at this point, Claire jumped up fast and shrieked, "But we never even went to Greg's, you freak!" To Carl, his change of mood was a surprise. In all these years, he'd never heard Claire shout, but now the fires of hell burned in her eyes. Though he was right, he knew without a doubt. "Okay," he said, "if that's a pack of lies, could you tell us where we first went out?" Claire paused a while, then said, after she'd thunk, "The pictures, to see Alvin and the Chipmunks." "Alvin and the Chipmunks, are you mental? I've never seen that film in all my days. We went out to a Greg's, man, plain and simple," said Carl now, getting equally irate. They fought like Afghan rebels, throwing cutlery and smashing plates, and shouted all night long from separate beds, "Greg's! Chipmunks! Greg's! Chipmunks! Greg's! Chipmunks! Greg's!" Well, soon, 2 weeks had spun around the clocks, and these two had really fell from grace. They hadn't smiled, the silence never stopped except to argue where this date took place. They'd split the DVDs in their own box, decided they would go their separate ways and wave goodbye to all their life as lovers, when they heard a ringing at the buzzer. "That poet's here again, Carl," Claire told him. "I've seen him do the spy hole in the door. Why did you ever say you'd let him in when life was so much happier before? What happened in the past not worth his stressing? Well, future is a place that I live for." And Carl agreed. So hand in hand they left to beat the stupid poet off to death.